Today is May 19, 2025. I call to order the meeting of Tennessee Local Development Authority. Chair does detect that we have a fiscal quorum. We do have two people participating virtually today. Our Mayors Bradshaw and Brown are participating virtually. Ms. Thompson, do we have anybody let us know they want to make public comment today? I'm going to ask on a form of single file line, if so.
No, sir, we do not have a
All
request for
right,
public
so
comment.
let's move on to approval of the minutes from the April 10th, 2025 meeting. They are in the packet. They do appear to be in order, but certainly would entertain a motion for approval.
Motion.
Properly moved, properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. Minutes are approved. Next, we'll hear from Ms. Jones about we'll hear a report on the balance of the state revolving fund, the Clean Water State Revolving Fund. And also, we have one loan to consider. Ms. Jones.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me today. Today we're reporting on the Clean Water State Revolving Fund. The unobligated balance as of the last TLDA meeting was $245,425,261. Cleveland Utility Authorities did return some money, $132,981, increasing that balance to $245,558,242. And we have one loan request to review today from Plateau Utility District for $231,000, which would bring, if approved, the remaining unobligated funds for clean water to $245,327,242. Additionally, of course, we have the unobligated emerging contaminant fund for clean water, and it is currently at $1,358,000.
All right, thank you for the report. Any questions about that report? Hearing none, let's move on and discuss the loan.
Fabulous. Plateau Utility District is a disadvantaged community requesting a planning and design loan at 1.13% for $231,000, 50% of which will be loan forgiveness at $115,500. The rates and revenues for Plateau Utility District meet the requirement for fiscally sustainable and approvable. We did not request that they raise those rates, and they reported their audits. They filed their audits timely, as well as have an annual approved budget. Plateau Utility District has supplied all of the required information, including information on debt service, and pledged a security deposit of $23,772. So we are supporting the approval of this loan.
All right, you've heard the description of the loan. The chair will move approval.
Second.
Properly moved, properly second. Any discussion? Hearing none, let's take a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The item is approved. Mr. Comptroller, I know you had a previous commitment that this is the last action item we have. If correct, Ms. Thompson, if you just slip out.
Thank you
So
very much.
thank you very much. And I would note, Mr. Shelzick is in the room. I think you can attest that these chairs are more comfortable than those at the federal courthouse. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Ms. Jones, let's have a report on the Hurricane Helene borrowers.
Absolutely. So we did provide loan forbearance option for Hurricane Helene affected utilities, and we had 3 utilities participate in that. Irwin Utility Authority, that we know was significantly devastated, has 8 loans that they are requesting forbearance on. We have Parrotsville. So Irwin has 1 wastewater and I think 7 drinking water. Parrotsville, the town of Parrotsville also has requested loan forbearance for their 2 wastewater loans. And then White Pine, who hasn't started their projects yet, are also asking for forbearance on a clean water loan and a drinking water loan. In addition, tomorrow we're hosting a webinar to discuss with all of the utilities in the area the SRF Helene Emergency Response CAP grants that we anticipate applying for in July, and we should receive about $55 million for those entities.
Ms. Jones, I should probably know this. Have you sent an invitation to us about that webinar?
No, I have not sent an invitation to y'all for that webinar. It is not an official webinar. It is a casual webinar.
Non-sanctioned webinar?
A conversation webinar, but we would be more than happy to invite you all and then invite you to the official webinar when we do the official
I
announcement.
just think it might be helpful for staff to have the opportunity to view that. If you would send that out, please.
Wonderful.
All right, thank you. Any questions, Ms. Jones? All right, let's, thank you, Ms. Jones. Ms. Thompson, we have one more item, report on notification from the town of Brighton submitted to comply with TODA SRF policy and guides for borrowers. You're going to discuss that one for us?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So we did receive written notification from the town of Brighton notifying us that they have an intent to issue water and sewer bonds. They're required to do this in accordance with our policy and guidance. It will be in the amount of $428,000. But these notes will be issued with a lien position that's subordinate to the lien position of their outstanding SRF loans.
All right, any questions about that's a non-action item? All right, I'll consider us duly notified. All right, Ms. Thompson, we have anything else on the agenda?
We do not, sir.
All right, Chair would entertain a motion to adjourn. Properly moved, properly seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. We stand adjourned. Thank you.